how do you help the women you work with believe that they have that meaning and they were born for something?
Mhm.
Because I know so many guys struggling with this, but convincing other people that they were born for a purpose, for a meaningful purpose.
It's a
How
great
how do you
question.
handle that?
Great question. So let's first understand how even your self-worth was shaped, because that will then we can reverse engineer it. So let's just have kind of a common understanding that every human life is valuable. Nobody will ever be you, and nobody will ever be you. So the first thing that we need to understand is how then did I come to understand that I am actually a valuable human being? Well, we are objectively valuable, but it was subjectively revealed to us. Meaning, if I had a dad who loved me more when I did well in basketball, I might start to think that I'm valuable only if and when I can produce great work. What if I was in a group of guys and all of a sudden what made me valuable is my popularity, right? And so I start to think that, oh, I'm valuable and more important if and when I'm popular, or I'm not actually important because I'm less popular. Or you're in this culture as a man and you realize, well, what makes you actually more important? People like you, people love you, people give you attention if you've got this whatever perfect body, right? Whatever the muscular body. And so what's happening now, Brent, is that we have conditioned both men and women to believe that their value is based on what they can offer the world. It's subjective. Why? Because it was given to them subjectively based on the people that revealed it to us, but also our school system. We value people who go to eh, Ivy Leagues, get an A, and we place conditions on somebody else's value. What I am, so that's the first thing is understanding how our self worth was shaped subjectively, so that you're sitting here and you're like thinking to yourself, well, I always think that I'm more important when I've got a strong body, or when I'm making X, Y, and Z. And that has become a programming in your subconscious mind. So our brain is like a computer. It's like a program, right? So I know that this is a pencil because from the moment I was 3 years old, I was told this was a pencil through the process of repetition. It's literally forming a wiring in my brain. So if I tell you this is a phone, you're going to look at my brain and you're like, January, that is obviously not a phone, right? So if I tell you your value is unconditional, nothing changes it. But you have been told all these years they're only valuable and more important only if and when you make this much money, your body's perfect. You're going to tell me, no way, January. Because what's happening is that those neurological program comes into our 95% of our brain, our subconscious conditioning. So it doesn't matter what I tell you. It matters how it was shaped in your neurological wiring, just like you learn a language. So what's the solution? So right now, most of the world have been conditioned to believe that they're only valuable if and when their performance, right? So what do we need to do? Now, we have this beautiful tool in the last 30 years that has really given us a lot of ammunition called neuroplasticity. If people have had a stroke before, they learn to walk again. Why? Because they're rewiring back in their brain. So this model can tell us, well, if I don't believe I'm worth it, if I feel I have a low self-worth and I don't feel I have a purpose, what we need to do is replace the conditioning in our brain, literally through neuroplasticity. So, how do we do that? We rewire our brain and we say, I'm valuable because I am, regardless. But that needs to happen as a rewiring formula, just like stroke victims learn how to walk again, as if you're learning a new language. If you spoke English right now, it's like learning a French. So it's a very neurological process. That's step one. Number two is that you have to give yourself evidence of your self worth, meaning you have to look at, you know, your unique, I would say, experience of the world, your DNA, your family that you're in, your aptitude, what you like, what you don't like. And you look at that combination and you realize, oh my goodness, like nobody's ever going to be this person in the world. Therefore, what I offer in this world, nobody can. So when you just pause and actually give yourself time to think how valuable it is to to be who you are, because nobody can do what you do because of your unique combination, then you have to convince yourself that you're so important because nobody will ever be you. So, and the third thing is that you have to grow in competence, meaning you have to develop your skill after skill. Confidence comes from competence. A lot of time women say, I'm just not confident, or a man says, I'm just not confident. Well, where does confidence come from? How do you become a great speaker? You develop speaking skills, competencies. And so I tell men out there, if you have a low self-worth, number one, you have to rewire your brain. Number two, you have to give yourself evidence of your value. And number three, you have to develop skill set after skill set after skill set, which is why we need training. And then that process is actually going to open the door for you to realize, wait a minute, I have a purpose. I've got something good to offer this world. But all of this is not going to make sense unless actually you work through it. It has to be a process. It's like you're not going to see yourself, achieve that gold medal unless you actually start training for it.